Arguably, the biggest change in our university's recent history came with the announcement that Mason's president, Alan Merton, would be stepping down in July of this year. Many were wondering who would take his place after his legendary 16-year run. On December 15th, the Board of Visitors announced that Angel Cabrera was set to be Mason's next leader. Cabrera, as reported by Connect to Mason, is currently the president at the Thunderbird School of Global Management in Arizona. Let's go back and take a look at the press conference when this announcement was made.
I love what this university stands for. I love that it's a university that is not concerned about keeping and maintaining the status quo, but in fact is a university that exists to challenge the status quo, and that it prides itself of exactly that. A university that is innovative, in fact carries that in its own motto, and a university that is entrepreneurial, that is looking for new ways to make a difference. I'm a passionate educator. I've dedicated most of my professional life to education because I feel there's no other way to make a difference in the world. And I believe that every day, the job of educators is to figure out how we can make a bigger difference, a bigger impact. And it's an impact by changing the lives of the students who come here. It is making a difference by shaping the thinking of people around us, through the thought leadership of our faculty. It is also making a difference by helping develop the communities where we live. And what Mason has done in Northern Virginia is absolutely amazing. And it's not just the monies that the university has spent and the buildings it's built and the monies that the employees and the students and the faculty spend around us. It's actually the core of the economy of this region. It is the reason why companies from around the world actually might choose to do business in this area. So that's my commitment to you. That's the excitement that drew me to this place and what I hope to be able to contribute. Just one last word. I always think that the way we draw org charts sometimes in organizations is totally wrong. And sometimes I like to draw org charts upside down. Because leaders exist to serve, not to be served. The leader of the organization should be drawn at the bottom of the org chart, not at the top. Because the rest of the staff, the faculty, don't exist to serve the leader exists to serve them. That's the honor, that's the role of any leader, is how can I help the folks that are driving the university, the faculty that are doing the job, how do I help them be more successful? That is my definition of leadership. I can't thank all of you enough for the confidence you have expressed in me. I know it is somewhat scary after you've had this amazingly long and successful presidency to try to think what is it going to be like with the new guy. In that we are, I think, aligned, because it's scary for me too. So we're on the same page. But I feel very good. I have a very strong gut feeling that this is right. I feel like, again, every person I've met, I feel this is right. I love my current institution. It's been more than a job. I love Thunderbird. I love the mission and what it stands for. It's been an incredibly hard decision for me to make. It's a very emotional decision. But as I get to know you, I am more and more convinced that this is just right. Thank you so much.
So those are some fantastic words from our future president. We also spoke with WGMU, and they had an exclusive interview with President Merton about his ideas about Cabrera. Let's listen into what he had to say.
About the selection of Dr. Cabrera as the new president of George Mason University. Big shoes to fill.
I'm very excited about the issues that we at George Mason have been able to deal with and how the progress we've made over the last 16 years, frankly over the last 40 years. What impresses me with Dr. Cabrera is that he fits in that mode. In some sense, there's a little cloning going on here. He has a background that in many respects is similar to mine, so obviously I'm encouraged by that all. He understands where we are. He understands what we can be. His challenge is to get with the faculty, to get with the administration, and lay out that vision for the next 5-10 years. But I think he'll do it, and I'm here to help. I'm helping. I told him this morning I'd help him any way that I can.
Was Dr. Cabrera your first choice?
I was not involved in the search at all.
Really?
Not
So when did you find out?
I found out about it, I'm going to say Sunday.
They did a really good job keeping a lid on it.
They did an
Surprisingly.
outstanding. Well, in contrast with what happened 16 years ago when I was selected,
Yeah.
it was a media event. I was grateful this time it wasn't media. I think 3 different people asked me for advice about should they be a candidate or not. I told them in each case to talk to Lovey Hamill, but that's the only involvement I had.
Great. Thank you, President Martin. Appreciate it.